Hey everybody, good morning. Live here in Virginia and just having a pretty good morning, and I hope you are too. Thanks for those that decided to join me. And I just want to take a few minutes and really, I guess, share some things that are about me, that come a little bit back from me. And so some of you may have time. If you don't have time, maybe you'll watch it later, or maybe you won't watch it at all, but that's okay. I'm believing that today I might be able to give some people some encouragement. For a Looks like I'm back. For a long time, I have been known for the person of comedy. I mean, even when I was a kid, I used to get more trouble at school for being this comedian and stuff like that, having fun, and used to drive teachers kind of crazy, and probably still do drive people crazy. When I speak, I'm known for my comedy and my humor, and it's part of who I am. But really what you'll find out is that a lot of times with people who are very humorous and things like that, one of the things they struggle with is things that happen in their own life. And for a long time, I have been behind a certain kind of wall, and I want to come out today and say that. So I'm an individual that joined about 1 in 4, about 20, actually 27% of the United States has this kind of problem. They're above the age of 18, and with all the things that are happening today, there's more and more people that are becoming a part of it. But that is people who struggle with some kind of mental illness. For a long time, I have hidden it because I believe that if people saw it, they would be prejudiced against it. And to be truthful, the times that I've shared about things that I've struggled with people, even very close friends, they've turned kind of scared with me maybe, or didn't know how to handle it or how to treat it. And I guess I don't blame them for it because there's so much ignorance that's out there. I myself was ignorant. This is why I've hidden it for so long. And so not too long ago, I remember seeing the story about Robin Williams, possibly one of the funniest guys out there, who committed suicide, and people said how. They couldn't understand, they really couldn't understand how Robin Williams could do that. How could he kill himself? How could he make that decision to kill himself? And you thought about that, and you think, well, there's so many people out there that are hurting, but they're afraid to let people know. They're afraid to show it. And I'm one of those kind of people. I was afraid to let people see that I have things going on in me and about me. And so you may not be there today, but I'm an individual that suffers greatly with depression and with anxiety. I take a daily medication for it, and sometimes that works really well, sometimes it doesn't. And it's produced at times some inappropriate behavior from me. I've lashed out at people who are good friends or people I love, and even recently I've done some things where I've hurt people. And what I've realized is that people do not understand what it's like to be behind that wall. They don't understand unless they've been there. And some of you, maybe you get it. You understand what it's like to be trapped in someone you're not really are, or feeling like you're less than adequate. Or when you do share something with someone about what you struggle with, they immediately begin to judge you or things like that. Maybe for you it's not a mental illness, maybe it's not depression or anxiety, maybe it's something that's different. I don't know what it is, but here's what I do know. I know that if you're one of the 1 in 4 people, or the 27% that struggle with it, don't hide it. Don't let it go. Find somebody to talk to about it. I do take a daily medication. They just switched it on me because it was causing some side effects. And I'm not going to hide behind that anymore. I'm going to let it be a profession of truth to people around me and to people who need help, to know that you're not a subhuman, you're not jacked up, you're not crazy, you're not screwed up. You've been wonderfully created. And there are too many people who will get you for that. Just recently I shared my struggle with someone, and they pretty much rolled their eyes and blew me off. I get it, they don't understand, and they never will, maybe. But I do know this. I know this, that if enough of us are willing to say we are not abnormal, we're normal. We just struggle with some things. And other people have scars on the outside, our scars are on the inside. And if we're willing to be real about it, I'm not talking about for attention, I'm not talking about look at we're special. I'm just talking about being real. There will be people that'll reject you, but I promise you, there are more people out there that'll embrace you. And in your weakness, you'll actually accomplish so much more. So, as scared as I was to talk about this, one of the decisions I made about 2 months ago was to get the tattoo. It's a semicolon, and basically what it basically says is that it's where An author could have finished the sentence and said his thought is finished, but he chose to say, I'm not done. And so if you struggle today with something like that, you're not done. Your story's not over. Some of you've contemplated or even tried to commit suicide or something. You need to know that you're not messed up. You just need to know you're loved and get someone to help you. You're not alone. Find someone to talk to. There's been twice in my life where I have been very close to that. And I thank God other things came across. The bottom line is this. If you struggle with it, find somebody. Find some help, man. Let somebody know about it. There's some great counselors out there and great people out there. And I got some great help. There's been a few people in my life. All I can say is they've been there for me. They've been there to help me. I've got a good friend, Adam Wiggins. He listens to me and he doesn't judge me. A very good friend, Carol Pierce, who was willing to cry with me on days. And you say, well, Jim, you look like you're over it. I'm not. Last Friday, I woke up, stepped out of bed, got back in bed, and didn't get out of bed till 5:30. I stayed in bed all day long. You say, man, you're a leader, you're this, you're that. Yeah, I'm all those things. But I'm still human. And if you can realize it's not going to stop you unless you let it, I think that your life can be infinitely better. I want you to know that you've been fearfully and wonderfully created. And if you can stay focused on the fact that you're not alone because God's with you, but that there's tons of other people that are with you, you can make it. I'm not hiding behind comedy anymore. I'm going to use my comedy. I'm not going to hide behind being whether I'm a great leader or not and let that be it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let people know that in my weakness, I need a team. And in my weakness, I need people around me that'll support me. And you need people that way too. And if you got people that don't support you, then there's nothing wrong with just letting go of baggage and letting people go who can't love you for who you are. I want you guys to have a great week. It is going to be what you'll make it. And if I can do anything for you, let me know. Love you. We'll talk to you soon.